The administration says there is evolving intelligence that Russia could launch cyber attacks against U.S. companies, and that includes companies that are here in Indiana.
These kinds of attacks aren't new. In fact, our Karen Campbell spoke with an IU cybersecurity expert who says while this is a cause for concern, it is not a cause for panic.
They have a very sophisticated cyber capability.
U.S. officials urging businesses to beef up their cybersecurity defenses ahead of a potential Russian cyber attack. This after new economic sanctions were imposed on Russia.
We know it's possible. Luckily, we haven't seen, a series of cyber attacks as a part of the war in Ukraine start to spread into the wild.
Professor Scott Shackelford is a cybersecurity expert at IU. He agrees companies that provide critical infrastructure like utilities, local governments, and hospitals should remain vigilant. 3 Indiana hospitals who were victims of cyber attacks in 2021 are doing just that: Eskenazi, Johnson Memorial, and Schneck Medical Center. Johnson Memorial Health saying our systems have never been safer than they are now. Shackelford says Russian cyber attacks are nothing new.
They were successful, for example, in turning off the lights in Kyiv and basically crashing their electric grid on several occasions. In some ways, Ukraine is better positioned to recover from those types of attacks than, for example, the U.S. is, because their grid is incredibly analog as opposed to the smart grid that we're deploying here in the U.S.
AES Indiana says they work with agencies to protect our electric infrastructure from threats and routinely checks the readiness of our crisis plans through a variety of exercises and drills. Shackelford encourages companies to think through a worst-case scenario and build as many protections around them as possible.